Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to the exciting Storms of Darkness, Dublin. This evening's scene will take place in the Agrabah Night Social Club, located just off Grafton Street in Dublin city centre, as the conglomeration of enlightened individuals come to enjoy a fine vestigiary of vixenate vixens and vitellate victuals. There we go. So, the evening draws on. It's later this evening. About midnight or so, as the various individuals enter into Agrabah Nights. I will allow them to intro themselves as they see fit. There is a single figure seated in Agrabah Nights as you will all enter. This individual, who is very calmly sipping tea.
All right, Kevin. Look, I know, I get it. You don't like the golden arches. I get it. All right. You know what? I get it, man. All right, let's go in. That's one. Simple shit. All right. Okay. This place can do that, right?
They can literally give you anything you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you gotta,
reason.
I gotta ask the question. Because it ain't no holy place like.
Okay. What?
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 What? I'm just asking. All right. All right. Go in and sit down. Jeez, man. Relax. Asmodeus. It's all under control, baby. Asmodeus will enter and take a seat.
Just catfish and collard greens and a glass of milk.
As soon as you speak it, it will be placed on the table in front of you.
All right, there we go.
Oh, this shit is good. All right. I would like lobster thermidor and a bottle of Corona with lemon.
It is on the table in front of you.
Shit. All right. Fucking sweet. Asmodeus will, squeeze the lemon, push it in, get a little table, tuck it in his the tablecloth, tuck it in his shirt a bit. Of course, he's going to get dirty. He's fancy guy, of course, eating his fancy food.
Callie will come in, opening the door, walking in, drawing the hood down from her face, shaking her braids and all that as she's walking up towards the bar. Ordering mead and various meats, essentially. Spots Kevin, raises an eyebrow, stares.
Kevin stares back.
Yo, Kevin.
What?
I didn't know there was two of these revenant motherfuckers.
She's fine.
I mean, the other one's fine. I'm just saying, how...
Guys, just an important note. I assume all of you are currently on full quintessence.
Nope.
Are you not?
No, I haven't been on full quintessence for a while, man.
All right. Those who are on full quintessence, your quintessence track will be pushed up by 1. You will essentially gain an extra dot of quintessence from being in this room. Bob, your quintessence will be refilled by +1. Continue.
Okay.
You feel that. You actually feel kind of energy from all around you seep into you, and you kind of feel like when you breathe in, breathing is easier.
I tell you what, I don't know what's in this food, Karen, but it is good shit.
There's chi moving around.
Huh?
Chi moving around.
Oh yeah, chi. I get it. Yeah. Holy. Huh. All right. It's like, yeah, such beer.
And not long after this, Rose will wander in. and she'll have a seat at a table, and probably get herself some kind of beef and vegetable stew, and a pint of Guinness.
Excuse me, the man will say. May I take the seat? He will denote an empty seat at the same table as Modus and Kevin.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. You will take the seat. Rather cold weather, or rather warm weather we've been having. Wouldn't you agree?
Been
Yeah.
that way this year.
He will extend his hand to first to Modus.
Modus literally just looks at his hand, looks back at him.
It is very nice to meet you.
Yeah, and your name is?
Complicated.
All right, complicated. Reaches over, shakes his hand. Modus.
It's very nice to meet you, Mr. Modus. As you shake his hand, regain another quintessence, pushing your track up by an extra +1.
I don't know what you're saying to me, but sure.
I'll let you know if it becomes a problem.
All right. So yeah, he shakes his hand. All right. Pleasure's all mine. Complicated.
He'll extend his hand to Kevin.
Kevin will shake his hand.
Exact same. Regain a quintessence, pushing your track up if it's maxed out.
New in town?
No. Returning. In the manner I'm speaking.
Huh.
And you?
Recent. So everybody sitting here is in the community.
Oh, I understand. Communities are important things, wouldn't you agree? They are the place where we are safest. They are that shelter that provides us from the rain. In many ways, they provide us the hands that we use to stand. They are the hands that we use to raise ourselves from the dirt. And those, and when we stand side by side with, we feel the greatest sense of pride.
Who do you run with, stranger? I'll go first. Kevin Grant of the Akashiana.
I see. He will pick up his tea and he will take a single sip. I was sorry that I needed to kill your honored Archmage.
As strange as it sounds, I don't bear you a grudge.
I understand that feeling. I can now answer your question. Modus, was it?
Hmm?
He says I can now answer your question.
Oh yeah, no, he just
Modus, wasn't it?
what?
My name is Isaac.
All right.
If anyone would like to make me an intelligence mage lore, difficulty 6, requiring a single success, you can.
I mean, Modus don't know shit, so
Modus don't know shit.
just like, all right, your name's Isaac. No, just kind of like my sus is tingling.
I'm just checking my dots. Wow, that's a lot of dots. Okay, let's do this.
Ooh, one success.
Oh my god, no success. Look at the 2 10s in the middle and the ones flanking them. It's killing me, small.
We're surrounded.
2.
All right. For those of you who got successes, Isaac. Where does that sound? Oh shit. Isaac was is in theory. No, was is correct. He was the seat of Prime. Do I need to elaborate what that means for people who should know?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Each one of the traditions has a seat. So the Verbena are the seat of life. The Hermetics are the seat of forces. The Virtual Adepts are the seat of correspondence / data. The Etherites are the seat of matter, etc. And in general, the person who occupies that seat is the greatest mage in their order at that given sphere.
Oh,
Yes.
Wow. How lucky we are to be in such esteemed company tonight.
I do not consider myself to be esteemed. I am merely a man who serves a function and a purpose. He'll look at Kevin and he will say, I prayed for his soul, if it gives you any solace.
I can respect it. I'm sorry that the High Marshal's death was quick.
Albrecht serves his purpose. You will notice he says serves, not served.
I still could have given him time to pray. It was rude.
I understand. He will stand up and he'll brush down his clothing and he'll say, I wish to see this place. I wished to walk amongst you to see your faces, your breath, to smell it, to hear your words, and to understand each one of you. It is a shame that we must find ourselves on opposite sides of the drawn battle line.
I suppose so, but then what side of the line you end up on really kind of the fault of the people who draw the line.
Yes. I should think so. In that case, he will offer a very polite bow of his head. He will say, I will bid you all good evening. I hope you enjoy your meals.
All right.
He will proceed to walk to the door unless anyone attempts to stop him.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
The door will open and close behind him. At which point, Callie basically drops the entirety of her body weight from the side that she's been holding in, like,
Yeah, and I'm fine. Yeah.
So, Isaac complicated. I don't fucking get it.
Why is he talking about a dead man in the present tense?
He's fucking weird.
Kaya just pick up her the bottle and start to walk over and just sit down beside Kevin because he's clearly alive.
I kicked his head in. It was a fucking smear on the asphalt.
Well,
First time you've seen Kevin get out of sorts.
I mean, shit, man. If you smushed his head, you smushed his head. That's real cool and shit. But after all the weird shit I've been seeing, I ain't fucking surprised.
We hit him with everything we had.
Well, obviously, wasn't enough.
He was drug across the asphalt at terminal velocity. I crushed half of his rib cage. I punctured his organs. He was struck with fucking lightning.
It sounds like you did a very good job killing him, but either him or somebody brought him back.
Fuck me.
All right. Before this goes on any further, just kind of looks to Callie and Rose, the two people he doesn't know, just kind of approach the table. Do I know y'all?
No.
All right. Well, I definitely don't know you.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
No, we ain't. So if we don't mind, can we at least get introduced so I know who I'm talking to? Is that cool?
I'm Rose. It's
All
nice
right.
to meet you.
All right, Rose Modus. And turns and looks at Callie. Just like, ugh.
She locks eyes with him. The ice cold, dead stare. Callie Bjornsson.
All right. See that? That's better. Yeah? Modus. A modus. Dig?
Nod. Looks at Kevin. You should just say, is he new?
Yeah, but he's good people.
All right. So we all cool.
Mm-hmm.
We're all on the same page. You dig?
Should be. Should be.
Dog, you dig, dog?
We're fine.
All right. Kind of just leans back in his chair. Steeples his fingers like in the picture. All right. So obviously one enough, because the guy's still fucking around. Apparently.
That man's death was nothing short of Rasputinian.
If anyone could bring him back from the dead, for those of you who succeed, particularly for Callie, who got the 2 successes, Isaac could.
She'd just watch Kevin rage for a few minutes, just staring like, yes, rage. And then we'll just pat a hand, her left hand on the shoulder, that ice cold left hand, and we'll just say, the man you met could probably resurrect him quite easily.
And there you have it, sports fans. Mr. Complicated over here seems to be able to resurrect the fucking dead.
Considering he was
Kevin.exe
talking
has
about
ceased to
battle
function.
lines. That doesn't surprise me in the least.
You know what? This is some wackadoodle shit.
Means
Yeah, welcome
that.
to your...
Well, it obviously means that they are in a position of strength if they can just waltz in.
This is a neutral zone, though, right? I mean, this is neutral. From what I know, this is neutral.
Relatively.
Now, hold on, girl. Kind of looks around. Leans over the table a bit. Leans over the table to get closer. Looks at her. Slowly backs away a little bit.
She leans forward as well, like, that's right, you fucking look at my face type stare.
Leans back. Yeah, so he just kind of like lifted off his chair a bit, leaning forward, not fully over the table. What you mean fucking neutral? Relatively. Huh?
Most of the traditions, well, they all come in here, some from the Alliance as well, but not just anyone can walk in.
Kind of looks around the room again. All right. That's okay then. All right. Just gotta make that clear. That's all.
He's a twitchy one.
He's had close brushes with nasty shit.
Yeah. And everybody keeps going on about this fucking war.
Which one?
What do you mean, which one? Which one? There's more than one?
Yes.
Yes.
Kevin. My man. I was only aware of one.
When we spoke the first time, the conflict with the Union was at the front. Things have progressed since then.
Oh, Jesus, sweet titty fucking Christ. So I'm involved in multiple wars now. And these ain't just small-scale little turf wars. These are full-on fucking wars.
Have you chosen a tradition?
Girl, I don't even know what that properly means yet.
I see.
Have you joined a group of people who practice similar magic?
No! Look at me. Do I look like that kind of shit? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, girl. Jeez, cut a man some slack. Been at this a fucking week.
Well, it's probably in your best interest that someone scoop you up.
I know what's in
as
my best
possible.
interest. My best interest is keeping fucking alive while this war's going on outside.
Allies are a good way to do that.
Like I said, twitchy.
Ain't nothing wrong with being twitchy. No? I better go. When you get some heavy shit told to you, you get a little twitchy. I got a family to think about. Here's what it is.
Oh.
Family, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's nice that you're a family man.
You're gonna need a lot more of those drinks.
Yeah, you're damn right. What you mean? What you mean they think that? Do I not look like a family man to you? It's kind of like opened his arms. Yeah, he doesn't look like a family man. I'll give you that for free.
You look like someone to whom family is less about blood ties and more about loyalty.
Well, maybe we just do things differently over in the old America.
Oh, it certainly does get done better than it does here. I can tell you that much.
Oh, if that's what you want to think, that's what you want to think. I ain't going to correct you. I ain't going to change your mind. All I'm going to do is Corona. And I'm assuming one appears in front of him. All right, I will assume.
In his hand, actually.
Yeah, I assume he just clicks his hand, like points down at the table, Corona, and it just appears in his hand, like, all right. Squeezes the lemon, pushes it in, starts drinking it.
At this point, I don't know.
It's certainly a more complicated issue.
Wow. Looks like we met the perfect man for that, Mr. Old Fucking Complicated. Walked out the door. I knew that guy was fucking weird first time I saw him. See, why can't we go to the Golden Arches, Kevin? The holy place. Damn it. Ain't no freaky shit down there. Nothing but a weird hash brown. That's all I'm saying.
If we were in a McDonald's, he would have killed us.
Would he have gone to McDonald's? Does that look like the man who would have gone to McDonald's, Kevin? No.
I don't know.
No. He's more, he's a TGI Fridays kind of guy. Look, you could see it. You could have seen it in his face.
At this point in time, kids, there is a brilliant golden glow in the center of the room.
Well, I guess we're just gonna have to put a rain check. Fuck. Like you watch as this person's not given the socialization or grand speeches, gives up mid-sentence, screams "fuck" and stands up.
You look how this slowly gets up.
You will see the figure here, which is the new picture, because I had to find yet another new picture for him, of Master Siren as he physically enters the room. He will look around for a brief moment before he will fall onto both of his knees.
Oh, no.
I mean-
I'm coming over there, man. And
What?
Evan will run over and try to help him up. He does it, Master Siren. Good to see you back, though.
As he'll very weakly kind of wrap his arm around your neck to kind of, steady himself. He will say, "Oh, my apologies, Mr. Grant." You'll notice that the shoulder that he has his hand on is slicked with blood now, as you see the blood pouring from his wrist. It would pass in a few months, but it
shit.
would appear as though I owe you a new shirt.
It's fine. I go through like a dozen of these a week.
All right. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon? People just appearing here now? What the fuck is going on?
He's cool, Modus.
I'm... Oh, God.
It's more so the fact that this was the last place that I had a tether to when it was I had to leave where I was. So here was the best place for me to situate myself.
Siren, with all due respect to your station, I thought you were hanging out with an archangel. Why are you here banged up?
Well, unfortunately, he'll sit down and you'll see him massage his wrists. As he does so, you'll see cut into the underside of his wrists, there is literal lines and lines and lines and lines of tiny, tiny script that appears to have been done with a very fine knife, a very fine, very pointed knife. And he'll say, "Unfortunately, I was required here, despite the fact my time of recuperation wasn't complete. However, cider. Apple cider, thank you." At which point a glass will appear in front of him. He will take a sip before he will place it down again. Excellent. I was required here more so than I was recuperating, so here I am.
Pardon me, Master Siren, but what
Mhm.
possibly...
For the record, please just call me Siren. The master thing gets old really quickly.
Of course. But Siren, what possibly could be more important than you recovering from what state you're in?
You see, when you go there, and by there I mean through the outer... He looks around. He sighs. At the edge of things, there is a gate. Only certain people can physically pass through this gate. Others can go, but it is a realm of the mind, not the body. He'll look at Callie, quirk an eyebrow, and say, "In theory, she can go beyond the gate." But most people can't.
Interesting.
So, essentially, I had to return in order The problem is that I can't remember because that realm has certain rules. So I can only remember very specific things. And that's why, unfortunately, I had to write it down, but the only things that you can bring with you through the gate are yourself, and he'll gesture to the long scribes of really odd symbols that are carved into both of his arms. Thus the reason for this.
Ah,
Oh my. Okay.
So, what have I missed?
she looks at Kevin. Whew. The Celestial Course is in a civil war at the minute.
Continue.
Takes a sip of her drink. The tentacles of lamentation have taken a number of hostages in the church where your father, well, not your father, yeah, your father was in. And they have recently murdered an archmage of the Ashikana. Look over at Kevin, like grimacing a bit, like.
At this
This-
point, open war is a certainty.
The former seat of Prime Isaac was just here.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Isaac is a good man. He's always been a good man. He is
I mean, he seemed pretty fucking complicated. I'm not gonna lie.
I sense a but coming at the end of that sentence.
No, Isaac. Isaac is the most dutiful of servants. He believes in the Curia and he believes in the divine will. I know that there was something about what was happening that I need to remember, but it's foggy. It will take me time to research what I've written. Also,
Well,
if I could have some bandages, that would be nice.
fortunately, I know a rabbi who owes me a favor.
Excellent. For the record, bandages will actually appear on the table because this place is nice.
Convenient.
Indeed.
At the least, I imagine he can be accommodating.
I have to go back to my library to research. Someone. Allow me to explain something. Gods, angels, and devils all have rules. I don't know if you knew this. They can only do certain things and under certain events, under certain portents and under certain signs, via the will of certain decrees and under certain direct commands. I don't know if this is known to you all. They are bound by the will and the laws of reality. Someone caused such distress that it caused an angel to nearly try and break these rules in order to perform their duty. I don't know what happened.
We do. In terms of the cause, maybe.
That person won't be. Their time is limited on this earth.
I see. That was the reason for my affliction when I came here the last time, because it nearly was that that angel fell from grace, and so it was my own blood nearly fell from grace, and it was a very harrowing experience.
Well,
However, Mhm.
Gracefall averted. Human hands will likely do the job.
All I can tell you, and all I can remember to tell you is that you'll see him read his arm, and he will say, "It is not what it seems to be. That which is obvious is incorrect. If you think something is left, then it may be right. If you think something is simple, it must be complicated." I don't know why
So,
I chose to write it like that, but I apparently did.
so if I understand this right, then the obvious solution is not the solution at all, but a wrong answer, and correct answers would need to be sought with whatever limited time is left.
It's, I believe, a reference to something. I think that people have jumped to conclusions as to what this is, and I think that that's what. No, I think that they're being shown a picture, but that picture is not necessarily everything, and they are fixated on one element of the picture without looking at the wider scope. If that makes sense.
All right,
Hmm.
all right. I got one thing to say about this. Corona. There's one appears in his hands, and he starts drinking that.
Well, Siren, regardless, your library is past a large body of armed men headed by apparently the former seat of Prime and the High Marshal.
Albrecht.
Yes.
Are there no other libraries?
Mm,
I put him down once, I can do it again.
Well, before we go that far, she'll hold a hand up. I don't suppose this library has an outside connection.
it does. But Tan accesses it. He'll look up, by the way, and he'll raise an eyebrow. Who are you?
I am Rose, a virtual adept. It's
Ah.
a pleasure to meet you, Siren.
I would offer my hand, but I don't think the tendons are what they used to be. I'm trying to think.
I shall consider your intent to give me a handshake.
There is one library
good
that
enough.
is there is one library that is secret that might have the information I require.
What library is that?
That of the Diadne.
I see.
Aren't they supposed to be dead?
The funny thing about life is that everything works in a grand spiraling wheel. What is dead comes to life again. What is alive will die. It is the simple meaning of things. But they have a chantry in this city, or they did. It has recently been discovered again. They had a vast library. The information I seek might be there. I'm one of the few people who can probably read the damn script.
Looks like I'm gonna have to go and talk to Lottie again.
Well, she is my apprentice.
Just
So-
nod.
All right, great. We just need to get you in some shape to get there.
Yes, I will stay here this evening. It is a safe haven for Magi, and at the moment, I don't have the will or the power to even work basic incantations, so it might be wise. He'll look Modus up and down and he'll say, "You're like me, you know.
Huh?
You're like me."
What? Raging alcoholic? Corona.
Every time you say it, one will appear, even if you're
Yeah.
not done with the last one.
Oh yeah, no, he's just finishes the last one. It's like again squeezes the lemon, puts it in, just kind of has it in his hand. It's like, huh? What?
I mean, more so the fact that you see the world, I think, in the same way that I do.
I mean, sure, if that's what you. Look, I ain't gonna argue this shit. That's what you think, man.
Congratulations,
That's what you think.
Modus.
What?
It looks like you found someone or a group of people who can snatch you up. Make friends with them. You'll need them.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm just getting free beer at this point.
You're
Rose
Oh, sorry.
Rose will she'll give Modus an affectionate pat on the shoulder. It's okay. Nobody knows what's going on when they're first starting.
Exactly. You gotta take away the little things in life. Just kind of like points to the bottle, sips at it.
He'll look at him and he'll say, everything's a dream. At some point, we have to drink, smoke, and fuck our way into a higher state of being in order to make sure that it is a dream. You're born ecstatic, Modus.
I mean, if you're offering, I've gotta refuse politely. You know, I don't swing that way, but you know, I understand the message behind what you're trying to say. I think it's cool. You know, it's cool. You know, you dig, dog?
He'll smile. Indeed, I can teach him. You didn't ask to be taught, you've just been told.
No, he just kind of looks more confused. It's like, just kind of looks around the room, not moving his head, like, you know, the eyes just moving like, don't know what's going on. Okay. What y'all looking at me for?
Good luck, Modus. I'm gonna go do something stupid.
My man. Holds his fist out.
The fist bump occurs.
Something stupid as in looks at Kevin.
That is probably a dumb thing to do, yes.
Considering how he reacted last time.
But it's respectful. You know?
Isaac is beyond any of us. He will say, honestly, as he, you'll see him, he's kind of desperately trying to put the bandages on himself and failing horribly.
Okay.
Like,
Can one of you please?
Yeah. Just walk over.
Does Callie actually attempt to use bedside humor or bedside manner, or does she give you the whole "give me your arm, fuck you"?
It's kind of, she means well, but certain flaws mean she's just very cold. As she does it, essentially, it's just like, here, give me it.
He will look up and he will say, as it's being done, he is beyond any of us to fight as an enemy. My father could, in theory, stand a chance. As a matter of fact, I believe the two of them may be on equal footing, but we need to see if a confrontation can be avoided. I don't know if you've ever seen what happens when two archmages fight, but I assure you, it's cataclysmic.
Oh, I'm certain it's nothing good. It seemed pretty clear that lines had been drawn.
Yes, but why? The thing is that people have been looking at this and they've not been seeing it. I don't know what they're meant to be seeing. I did, but I can't remember, honestly. But I know that there's more to this than there is to this. We just need to know what it is.
I drove out with some people one fine day. It was me, an Aetheryte, and Daniela of all people.
Oh God, is she dead?
Nope.
Excellent.
No, she yet lives.
And 2 vans full of people's families. They came from behind us. The High Marshal jumped on the first one he saw. Even over the wind, I could hear them screaming when he drove his sword through the roof of the van and giggled. I've seen everything I need to see.
I will only say, Mr. Grant, and you may do with this information as you choose. We do not possess all of the pieces of this puzzle. And before judgments are issued, yes, on certain sides there are monsters. And yes, in certain places things do go bump in the night. However, monsters are not made simply by belief. It takes more than that. We need to understand it so we can fight it. Simply charging headlong into it will yield only bodies and memories.
Well, shit.
He will look at Callie and he'll say, "Thank you for your help in this, Miss Bjornsson." Yes.
Yes, it is no problem.
In that case. Yes. Maybe. Hope still remains.
I have a message to deliver. And Kevin walks out.
At that point, as it is getting late, we are going to call our scene. So thank you players for playing. Thank you watchers for watching. There's been another scene in Darkness in Dublin.